Winter weather advisories, the purple shaded area, have been expanded across the region now to include both the Springs and Pueblo, extending out north and east for the plains. Widespread alerts still active across majority of the high country continental divide. The San Juan's winter storm warning. Very beneficial snow. It's been a slow start really for the ski resort so far this season. Now, the winter weather advisories are in effect until 11 a.m. tomorrow. The greatest impact is overnight tonight and early out the door tomorrow. So any holiday shopping plans last minute, this will really have a big impact on any of those plans. Here we go. We'll time it out with Futurecast right now. This is what our Futurecast wants to show you. This is about 7 o'clock tonight, maybe a bit ahead of schedule, but you see the heavy rain it's showing. This is convective precipitation. You think of a summer thunderstorm because we have just enough instability across the region. So the reality of this is we cool the atmosphere. This is heavy snow, and you see the same situation ongoing in the Springs. Our in-house data is just not handling the storm correctly, and that's why there's so much inconsistency as far as forecasting with this. It's showing by midnight still rain in the Springs. I can tell you right now, we'll have switched over by then very heavy banding across the region. But then the other concern is a quick moving system. We clear out by Sunday morning, just some leftover snow showers lingering throughout the day. And then we see the sun just in time for Christmas Day. So a little bit of everything for everyone. By Christmas, we're looking to dry out. Let's break down, really dissect this storm. What I can tell you right now, overnight tonight is where really a bulk of the accumulations, the main event. We wrap up by 8, 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow. A short window for snow. You just saw that Futurecast. We're looking at about a 6 to 8 hour window at best to pick up our accumulations, which is why the banding, where the very heavy pockets of snow develop, will be key. Talked about this briefly, but convective precipitation, how quickly will it overcome and cool the atmosphere? I just don't like how our in-house data is handling that. For instance, at this point, 9 p.m., it's still showing rain in the Springs. When it's really precipitating that heavily, you bring cooler air to the surface with it. The other thing we watch is the departure tomorrow. Right now, guidance speeds it out of the region. A bit slower, could allow for an extra inch or two tomorrow. So a bit of unknown, but that's what we keep watching tonight. In fact, I am leaning on the snowier side with the storm, thinking we see the switch over just a bit quicker. So with that said, generally 2 to 4 in El Paso County. I think this downtown Springs area, you are below that. We'll get the really hyper zoom in just a bit. 1 to 3 across portions of the Arkansas River Valley, Pueblo County as well will be included with that. So 2 to 4 inches, I think, on the north side of the Springs, all the way up towards Briargate and just south of Monument. By the time you reach Monument, you're more so 3 to 6 inches with some banding. That's why isolated areas, you're probably looking at a maximum threshold here of 6 to 8, but it's very localized. It's 1 or 2 portions of the region see that, so it's pretty tough when you're trying to communicate that. Woodland Park 3 to 6 as well. Immediate downtown Springs, I'd say trace to 2 inches is the best bet, with greater amounts really immediately north of that. 1 to 3 inches across portions of the Arkansas River Valley. Canyon City, you're probably too far west. You'll miss out of this system. What we do see, though, is some of the banding up north break apart, regenerate, and that's why I did include an isolated 4-inch possibility. Once again, very few locations see it, but I bet we wake up somewhere around La Junta and Pueblo. In between there, we will see 1 or 2 reports upwards of 4, maybe 5 inches, although I'm leaning a bit lower as you do head south towards Pueblo. The other factor of the storm we haven't even gotten into is the winds. This really creates even more dangerous driving conditions. Generally 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts for I-25. You head immediately east, El Paso County, the brown shaded area right there, you're talking winds upwards 50 miles per hour, and it lingers through 8 a.m. So I just showed you 6 a.m. By 8 a.m., anything that accumulates will be blowing around the region. So take it slow. It remains blustery and windy really all day tomorrow. Try to avoid driving before about 8 a.m. Once the sun comes up, snow clears out, we begin to see improving conditions. Just pack your patience tomorrow. By Christmas Day, sun out in full force. We get right near the freezing mark. So it's cold, but in turn, we're dry and we begin to thaw out. Safe travels by Christmas Day. Get out, take advantage, enjoy the holiday. Join us back here after the game about 9 to 10:30 tonight. We'll have more updates, track the system as it continues to evolve.